Hey Mike, my name is Reneem. I'm going to be your nutritionist for the next 10 weeks. Allison has told me that you are great with technology, so you shouldn't have a problem with logging on Google Docs. I love Allison and I'm so excited to work with you as well. I'm going to do a quick general overview on nutrition. May make it a little bit easier for you to go through the 10 weeks. So, our first topic will be macronutrients. We have three macronutrients: proteins, carbs, and fats. Proteins and carbs carry 4 calories per gram. Fats carry 9 calories per gram. The reason why I'm telling you this is so that you kind of get an idea of how dense, how much food you can get for how many calories. So because fats have 9 calories per gram, you're going to want to stick to a lower portion of fats. Fats are like cheese, nuts, salmon, shrimp, avocados, oils, butters, all that's fat. So because they have 9 calories per gram, you want to keep a smaller portion of that. Proteins and carbs have 4 calories per gram, so you can kind of get a little bit more bang for your buck. Things that include in the protein category are like meats, chicken, um, lentils, Greek yogurt. Things for carbs would be obviously bread, pasta, muffins, fruits, any type of alcohol, candies, sweets, um, all of the good stuff. Good stuff are carbs. Um, and I don't want you to put your macronutrients in good and bad categories. So in this program, you can have whatever you want. You can have anything you want in a decent portion. So that's the next thing we're going to go over. When you're going to eat your meats, like your proteins and your fish and your uh, steak, I don't know why I can't think of protein right now. You want to use your hand. So you want to start with, for you, 2 hand sizes. So if you're going to put some chicken on your plate, you want to use 2 of your hands and make that your first portion. Now, if you're still hungry after that and you want more protein, you can go back and add a palm size. So your initial serving will be 2 hands, and the second serving will be just your palm. Your hand, I'm going to assume, is probably a 10-ounce hand. So if you have a food scale at home, you can kind of gauge that. You can take a cooked piece of chicken and weigh it and compare it to the size of your hand. Or you can use the photo option on Google Docs, so that way I could just see your plate and it gives me a more accurate way of counting your calories rather than kind of guessing like hand size. So for you, you want to do, for chicken and fish, 2 hands as you're serving. For meat, you want to go with just 1 hand because a lot of our meats are high in fat, and you don't want to overeat meat because obviously there's good and there's bad fats, and you want to kind of keep that under control. As far as vegetables go, if you make a fist, our fists are about 1 cup. So you can have 2 fists full of vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, salad, zucchini, squash, all of that lower calorie vegetables. You can have about 2 cups, so 2 fists worth. And then when we go to the carbs, you want to stick with 1 fist, which is 1 cup. So rice or potatoes or French fries, bread, all that, you want to stick with 1 fist. So chicken and fish, you can have 2, meat, you can have 1, vegetables, 2 fists, and carbs, 1 fist. And obviously, if you're going out to eat, your portions may be smaller than that, and that's okay. You don't have to always have 2 hands for fish or chicken, 1 hand for meat. You can gauge on your hunger as well. There will be days, I know you're training for a half marathon, so there will be days you're more hungry. You want to increase your vegetables to kind of fill you up a little bit. Also, going back to that half marathon, the days that you exercise and you're burning a very large amount of calories, we're going to want to increase your daily caloric intake because at your point in training, you don't want to have too little calories and not have enough energy to run the next day. So days that you're doing your long runs, you should do a carb load night. So something like spaghetti, any type of pasta, or a baked potato. You want to have that the night before your run because you want to have carbs stored inside your body for fuel before your run the next day. And that's when you're doing like a long run. A long run, I'm going to assume right now, is probably 6 to 10 miles. Anything under that, don't worry about doing a carb store the night before. But We can talk about that as your training continues. As far as post running, you do want to fuel yourself with a carb and a protein. So when you are running, you are burning calories and through your glucose and glycogen stores. So you do want to restore those by having a simple carb after your run. That can be fruit, bread. I don't want to say muffin because our muffins are usually sugar, but basically a simple carbohydrate. A smoothie is a great option. I like to do smoothies with a scoop of protein powder after my runs. Now let's talk about snacks. So when you're trying to lose weight, a lot of times snacking is an issue. So you do want to control your snacks. A way that I try to do that is by using Ziploc bags. I take all of my snacks, and I'm sure Allison already does this, or will start doing it again. Instead of keeping large family-sized chip bags inside the pantry, I split them into Ziploc bags. That way you're not mindlessly eating out of a large family-sized potato chip bag where you can easily finish the whole thing. Instead, you're grabbing Ziploc. So once one Ziploc is done, you can kind of tell yourself, do I really need more of that snack? And the answer is probably no. And then you can stop there. But if you're kind of eating mindlessly out of the bag, you can finish the bag and be like, oh shoot, what did I just do? And if that does happen, don't freak out. We can make up your calories. So let's say your calorie limit is 2,000 and you had 2,500. What we will do is decrease your calories over the next 2 days to make up for the calories you went over with. Also, if you know you're going out on the weekend or there's something going on at work, especially around the holiday times, you can save calories. So if you know Friday your work's having a party, then we can cut your calories back on Wednesday and Thursday to have you save calories for Friday. That way on Friday we can increase your calorie count. So we can kind of play around with that. Water intake. You do want to increase your water. I'm not sure where you're at right now, but our goal will be 100 to 120 ounces per day. As a runner, you probably want to throw some Gatorade in there on the days that you have long runs to replenish your electrolytes and your salts. If you drink soda, pop, I don't know, whatever you call it, you want to limit that because it's a lot of calories that I would consider unnecessary. And then there's the alcohol. Alcohol has to be factored into your caloric amount. So if your limit is 2,000 and you like wine on Saturday and you have about 3-4 glasses, you have to factor that into your calorie count, okay? So all drinks are a part of the calorie count. And every week there will be a calorie limit on the top of your log. And like I said, I'm going to assume we're going to start at 2,000. And as we go on, we will decrease the calorie amount. The days that you run, we will increase the calories, so keep me updated on that. We can communicate through the comments. You can let me know the night before, like, hey, I'm going on a long run today, so I'm going to need more fuel. I'll totally understand that, and we'll increase your calories for that day. If you have any questions in the meantime, you do not hesitate to email me, text me, call me, and I can make you more videos if you need more explanation on things. I do have a cheat meal video attached in the email. That one was a pre-made video. Watch that. I'm also going to attach an exercise video. That way, I think I talk about the types of food that you should be eating while exercising. So if you can watch that too. Hopefully the 10 weeks go well, and I'm here if you need anything. Thank you.